Hey everybody, what's going on? Rob Cesternino back again to talk with you about the week's most interesting news stories for the week of March 10th, 2026 here on News AF.
If the story is buzzing like it's on crystal meth, it's about to be News AF. If the same old news makes you bored to death, it's time for some News AF. Actual, factual news.
Same old news does not have me bored to death, I gotta say right now. But happy to talk about the News AF instead of the same old news. We're back here with the guys to talk about everything that's going on right now. And here we are back with Pickleball's top influencer. It's Tyson Apostol. Tyson, how are you?
Oh, I'm great. I'm looking forward to pickleballing tonight. Yeah, and things are good. Kids are sick, so we let them sleep in, which is
Oh my God.
Yeah,
What
I
do
don't
they
know how
have?
sick. Bergen woke up crying with a sore throat last night, and Marlo was complaining of a sore throat last night as well.
Yeah.
A couple factors. We went to Slick City. I don't know if you know what Slick City is.
No, but it sounds like a place where you might get sick.
Yeah.
It's called Slick City.
It is a slide park. Like imagine a trampoline center, but instead of trampolines, it's got gigantic, crazy slides everywhere without water on them. So you sit on these mats and you go down these slides, but you're running up and down stairs all day. Well, you're running upstairs all day long and then coming down the slides. And so they're both kind of sick and my back hurts because I did some slides with them and you have to go face first down. So some of them have like,
You have to go face first.
yeah, on the pad. And then some of them have like arches in them and turns and stuff. And so every time I was like, I don't think my back is supposed to at 40.
Kids are very flexible, but
and so they're in bed still because our time didn't change. I'm actually an hour earlier recording this.
wow.
Dang,
So
dude.
it's 8 a.m. for me,
Sacrifice.
which I like it. But the thing is that my kids, Saturday and Sunday morning, they'll get up at 6:30, ready to go, ready to party. But
Boom.
Monday comes around.
How do they know?
How do they know?
Yeah.
You can even, is there a world where we can
Tell them it's a different day of the week?
it has to be more powerful than that. I think their biological clock syncs to their school schedule or something because they know.
Hey, guys, this week there's school on Saturday. What? Like, but don't worry. Okay, just go. Like, we'll wake you up. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, that's a good idea. That's
School
a
could
really
be more
good
random.
idea. School should be random. Like once a month you have to go on Saturday, and once a month you have to go on Sunday.
They roll like a bunch of like lottery balls.
Yeah,
they pop into place and they show each day.
But it's fake. It's fake. It's not real.
It's all fake. Yeah, it's literally. I was looking at Rachel this morning. Like, how do they know? How can they? Like, it's 8. They literally get up at 6:30, ready to party on Saturday and Sunday, and they don't even turn on cartoons. We don't let them turn on the TV for that reason. We're like, you don't get to watch TV in the morning because we want you to sleep in.
Oh, yeah. My kids, they put on the TV, is super loud. They play Xbox super loud. They wake me up.
Yeah. No, we don't allow that until we are up and their chores are done, and then they can do whatever. But and the only reason, like, I loved Saturday morning cartoons, but the only reason is to try and get them to sleep in, and they will not.
Yeah. I don't even think they have Saturday morning cartoons.
Well, they just,
just whatever's on.
Every day, all morning.
Every day, all day is Saturday morning cartoons with streaming. But that, I don't know how else you're watching cartoons on Saturday. That's basically what I'm saying. So yeah, that's where we're at. And then we'll see. We'll see if they go to school today. I don't know how sick they are when they wake up.
Okay. All right. Here with a man who would never go to Slick City. It's Danny Bryson.
Yeah, I was picturing Tyson going through a tight turn in Slick City, and it's meant for kids, but 10-foot Tyson trying to make a bend.
10-foot Tyson.
The heels of his feet are really
nickname.
close to the back of his head if he makes too tight of a turn going face first. It just doesn't sound.
It's designed for all ages.
My back hurt just at the thought of it. Guys, I forgot to tell you something, by the way, last week.
What is it?
And after the podcast ended, I was like, oh, I had this story. On my flight back from Paris to Salt Lake, the guy next to me was vaping.
Vaping.
On flight?
during the flight. So
In his sleeve?
he was trying to be sneaky, but I have a couple questions. I don't vape, so I don't know what extent if his cartridge was out, but he would suck on it and I'd hear a
Mhm.
bubbling noise, but I never could catch him blowing anything out. So I don't know if like you just inject the whatever, or if he had no cartridge and he was like just like doing blanks.
Yeah, I wonder
Oh,
if it was maybe that he's
dead.
just fiending so bad that
Yes.
it's like,
Was he
I'm
blowing into
pretending.
he wasn't blowing into his shirt or anything
So
like
he
that?
would do exactly what you pictured. He was near the window, so he would
Yeah.
take it out of the backseat pocket and he
Yeah.
would put it like this, and then I'd hear it bubbling like it sounded a lot like a bong, but
Mhm.
and then I would watch out of the corner of my eye for the puff of smoke, and
Mhm.
I never saw it. So I thought, he must just be taking it. He must have taken out a cartridge, and I don't know how they work, but he's just like hitting it.
Well,
Just
was he
Mhm.
blowing anything in his shirt?
I couldn't tell. I could. I
'Cause
mean,
Yeah.
sometimes
you
I've
see
seen
like down the
people
sleeve.
Because I
I've
feel
seen
like
people
they've turned the plane around with,
Yeah, I feel
like
it
this is like
He
a
was
federal
nervous.
offense.
He was nervous, and I just
but
thought,
not
dude,
nervous enough to
this
not
is
do it. Like, that's a
yes.
no-fly,
Mhm.
That's
like,
what I thought too. I'm
offense.
like, no one who's doing this would
If you were
be
air marshal,
this open about it.
yeah.
So I wondered if the cartridge was empty because I could smell like a sweet smell every now and then,
Mm,
but I just thought, I'm not going to tell
mm.
on the guy because I have no hard
You're
evidence
not
that
a
he's
narc.
actually, yeah, and I'm not a narc, but man, this is something, this could blow up at any minute is what I kept thinking. If a stewardess
Well,
comes
and if you
by,
told on him and they turned the plane around, that inconvenience
right,
is
Yeah.
by like an hour from landing, they're like, nope,
yeah.
back to Paris. And "Ah." It was just like so bizarre. And he was bouncing his legs, rocking back and forth. He
Yeah.
really needed some of that sweet, sweet bubble gum vape in his
Mhm.
lungs.
Dang, dude.
So
Yeah.
I thought, man, this guy's gonna get the plane turned around. There's gonna be drama here in
Yep.
my zone, and I don't want
Yeah.
that.
Which
You don't
leads
want
me
drama in your
to
zone.
our latest invention here at News AF, a airplane-friendly placebo vape.
Oh,
Yeah.
how does that work?
Okay. Yeah.
It's makes noises and gives a sweet
It's like for
s
kids.
A fidget spinner. No, a fidget spinner for vapors.
yeah,
Yeah.
a fidget spinner type thing for vapors. So it could be for kids, like, it's just, like, has a little flavor to it. You suck on it, and it doesn't do anything.
Hmm.
Or it could be a little more like, those, like, those hit sticks or whatever that give you a jolt of, like, sniff, like a vapor
Like smelling salts?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Be
smelling
not
salts.
smelling salts, but something that does give you, like, a little bit of a hit when you just get close to it.
Have you guys ever tried smelling salts?
No.
I haven't. I've just seen videos of people doing them.
My kid goes to a gym. He's
Uh-huh.
13, a
Why
basketball
is he going to a gym? Oh, okay.
to like train and whatever. And he says they have smelling salts. And I thought, does a 13-year-old need smelling salts? Like,
I
what
don't
are
even
they?
know what they are.
Yeah, I asked him too. I'm like, I don't know what they are. And he tried to tell me, and kids, they seem to know everything without knowing anything.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So he was willing to give me an explanation. I was like, I don't. You see people take them, and weightlifters do use them,
Mhm.
but it's like they
Mhm.
use it before a huge lift,
Yeah.
before they buckle their knees and spray blood out their mouth, after
Tyson,
they've overlifted.
this is what you need to get the girls up in the morning. Get these smelling
Smelling
salts
salts.
going on. Yeah.
We'll forgive you for that, Rob, because
Thank
it's
you.
light savings. Everything's off. Those guys
Oh,
probably
yeah,
called
people
an hour
don't know.
early or an hour late.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
don't even know what's going on. You
Anyway,
think flashing the smelling salts to the kids in the morning? Holy
is
crap.
that a kid appropriate thing? The smelling salts? I was surprised.
I
they
don't
had
know,
them at
because
the,
I'll
gym.
watch videos of people being like, here's the head coach of the whatever team taking smelling salts for the first time, and you'll see him just be like, and
Yeah,
and just
so-
shake their heads and stuff. Do they smell disgusting, or are they just so
I don't know. None of us
overpowering?
here have tried them. But the thing is smelling salts like a gateway to Zen? Like, is that what my kid's going to be doing at 15? I mean,
Zin's healthy now. I don't know if you knew that.
Is that healthy now?
they ban it. I think the NFL banned it from the
Yeah,
sidelines.
it's
right?
not healthy, but they like rebranded all of tobacco and
'Cause
nicotine.
sometimes I
and
see the
stuff.
commercials. I'm like, maybe this is for me.
Yeah, that's what I see too, dude.
But I'm easily sold on things.
Yeah.
Like any article I read, I'm like, oh, maybe I need this.
Yeah.
You remember how much you loved Wasp Blood or whatever it was you used to get?
No, Yellow Jackets.
Those were never. He knew those weren't good for him.
No, I knew they were bad for me. But that was when I was a young man. That was like 20 years ago.
Yeah, I just love the name.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Really,
honestly, that they really like did a number on my stomach. I feel like I had like an ulcer after that.
Ooh. Rob, are you going to LA this week?
Yeah. I'm doing the live show in Wednesday night.
Yeah.
Big live show for Survivor.
I wanted to come, but it's
West Coast swing for me. Second time go. You know, I just got over going to the West Coast like a week ago.
I know. For trader stuff.
Yeah. I don't know if it was going to the West Coast that got me sick. I think it was more that my kids were sick when I got back, and then they got me sick, and then but I was really like I'm only like starting to feel 100% like the last couple of days.
Wow.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Well, now I'm going right back into the
sneeze fest
den of the beast.
Yeah. What I mean, what if
everyone on my flight, Rob, was hacking and coughing and sneezing?
Oh my gosh, I was on a flight recently. The guy behind me was hacking.
I hope that I have everything now, like sort of like, you know, sort of like loaded up with like when you have like on your computer, you did all the updates.
Yeah.
Remember that girl that sold farts in a jar?
Yeah.
Maybe people should sell sneezes in a bottle to kind of give you preemptively a lot of these colds. So then you don't have to live in constant wonder of like, is this the flight where I get that terrible cold? You're like, no.
Yeah.
I've ordered several.
Like, are you better off like
bottle.
getting every sickness or like hiding in your house to avoid the sickness? I kind of feel like you're better off getting all the sickness.
Getting it. Yeah. Unless you're super old or prone to dying.
Yeah.
But
whatever
doesn't
that, kill you makes you stronger.
But
I don't feel strong right now. I have to be honest.
No, but if you do get sick this time, you need to bottle up some of your coughs and maybe sell those on the internet. Give people a chance to get ahead of it before their big trip.
So if you're coming to see me in LA, I am 100% healthy now, but you know, I don't know if that'll be the case when I get back.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. I think you'll be fine.
I hope so. I
think you're stronger than ever.
Yeah, I might be stronger than ever. That could be the possibility. All right. But I will say, let's get into some of these stories, top stories at this hour. Yes. And so let's talk about what's going on over in now, Tyson, if you're going to make a trip to NYC anytime soon.
I am.
All right.
Next week.
There's a brand new show that's opening in June called Luigi, the musical. And it's the story of Luigi Mangione.
Oh, wow. I thought it was going to be Mario's brother, Luigi.
That would be more entertaining. Can I just, Timothy, how do you say his
Chalamet?
He came out with a hot take that opera and ballet were dead and stupid. I'm going to come out with a hot take. I think plays are stupid.
Plays are stupid. Okay, why?
I think it's like we cling to it because we think it makes us cultured, but really movies are just so much better.
Movies are better. Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't Timothy Chalamet say that? Didn't he say plays and opera?
No, he said opera and ballet.
Yeah, I believe it's Chalamet.
Chalamet. What did I say? Charlemagne?
Whatever his last name is. It's like, I kind of agree.
This will get complaints.
Yeah.
But I don't care if that's his nickname.
Yeah. Hey, Danny, did you see Colin Jost on Saturday Night Live addressed it? And he said,
what did he say?
Timothy Chalamet complains about ballet and opera being boring while he's starring in a movie about ping pong. Yeah.
It's still more entertaining.
Ping pong?
I actually didn't like the ping pong movie.
Oh,
no, I'm just saying
it was good.
Yeah, Tyson,
but I didn't see it
very well. I haven't seen it either.
Maybe it's okay. I don't know. I saw it. It was fine.
So this play, what I bring this up because this play about this guy, someone shooting
Chalamet. No, Luigi Mangione.
Yeah,
is like bottom of the barrel of a pretty deep, dark, gross barrel. So it's like the worst of
now
what I would consider
satire,
the worst
Danny. And in the play, he is in prison with Diddy and Sam Bankman-Fried. Remember him?
Yeah.
SPF?
Yeah, he's a billionaire.
Is he the one that bought the Wu-Tang album? No,
he was that was Martin Shkreli.
Yeah, they're not the same person.
No, they're all kind of like the same person, just mixed
Yeah.
up with different things highlighted. Just fraudsters in general.
Fraudsters.
Yeah, this is
But
just
not the
another
really successful
fraudster.
ones. We celebrate them.
Yeah.
But the not so successful, like, what did Sam Bankman-Fried do wrong that he's in jail
Mm.
and so many other people aren't?
It's just the total amount of money.
Mm-hmm.
It was like $35 billion.
He must have stolen.
Oh, is he
from
the
wrong
crypto guy?
person.
Yeah.
He is a crypto guy. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm surprised he hasn't been pardoned. Pardons are just being thrown out all the time.
Yeah,
Dude.
that's what I'm saying. That it was who was the person that he pissed off? Tom Brady.
Oh, he
Yeah.
pissed off
Guy-
a lot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was really annoying when his mom, I think she testified in court, and that may have sealed his fate when she's like, he's such a good boy and he's too smart or whatever to go to jail. It's like, oh, well, you say that right there. It makes me want him to go to jail. Even
Yeah.
more.
Mhm.
Too smart to go to jail.
Yeah. I guess they did this on the West Coast and they had sellout crowds.
Oh, sellout crowds.
Mhm.
People with nothing better to do.
Mm. I
Well,
think they
Tyson, go check
should.
it out after your Wicked visit.
Yeah, I can't. It's not coming out till June.
Mhm.
Oh,
Maybe it'll be in
Uh,
previews.
But I do hope for this show that they have him dressed like Luigi from the Mario Brothers. It's just my hope.
would
That's
that
how
make
you
it
know
better?
who he is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Are either of you familiar with John Taffer? Bar Rescue, John Taffer.
What the heck is that?
What is
Oh, you
Bar
don't know about
Rescue?
this? Yeah,
You're just saying
I
words.
think you'd like him, Danny. He tells people about what makes money and what doesn't make money at a bar. So if you have a bar and you're like losing money, he comes in and then he sort of like does sort of like an extreme business makeover where it's
This
not
is a
like he
TV
just-
show?
Yeah, it's a TV show, and he has all the answers. Where I was
Okay.
watching a YouTube clip or a Instagram reel with him the other day, and he was talking about people asked him about like, okay, what about this at a bar? What about pool tables? He's like, yeah, pool tables make money at a bar. It's like, oh, he's like, but not the big ones, small pool tables. You need small
What?
pool tables because the games take too long. Big pool table, he said, takes 40 minutes to play a game. Small pool table takes 20 minutes. He's like, you got to get a small pool table. And then you get pinball machine next to the pool table. So then when people are waiting for pool tables, they play pinball.
I feel like the best way to guarantee your business will go out of business is hiring a person like this. You make all these expensive changes. There was a show where a guy would come in and revamp your restaurant. Who did that?
Yes.
Remember that? And I feel like I read
Was it on Seinfeld?
No, I
No,
read
it was
follow-up
Hell's
article.
Kitchen guy.
Mhm.
Gordon Ramsay would come
Yeah.
in and look
And
at
so
your
many of these
restaurant.
people just crashed and burned. One, because they couldn't implement the changes like he did. Two, because he provided a bump that didn't last. Three, the changes were too expensive and couldn't be maintained. And it's like, I feel like these things are the last gasp of a dying business, and that it'd be better to just close than hire this guy to come in and tell you to do a bunch of expensive changes.
Okay, well, he isn't telling people to make a change, but he's saying that a lot of restaurants are in trouble. And so what he says is that he warns about the big danger for bars and restaurants these days. The number one threat to America's bars and restaurants. Do you know what it is?
Younger people's sobriety.
That's probably up there, but that's not
That's
what he
up
says.
there. Yeah,
Number
for
one
sure.
threat to bars and restaurants
Mhm.
is liquor stores.
No. GLP-1 drugs. Ozempic.
Nobody wants to eat.
Oh, because it's killed their appetites
Yes.
for
Or
killed their
junk
appetites
Major
for-
factor, reducing customers' appetite for food and alcohol, leading to lower consumption.
Mhm.
Is there
Wow.
a graph I can see that shows the downward trend of restaurants due to GLP-1? Like its introduction into society on a massive
Yeah.
scale, and then is there something that shows like some kind of inverse correlation, or is this just all speculation?
I think it's a little bit vibes, but I think it's also that there's other issues too. Costs are higher, customers are less frequent.
Costs
and-
are higher.
Yeah.
It's like you have to be a billionaire to even eat at Taco Bell, which I saw a headline that called Taco Bell the Apple of fast food.
The Apple of fast food in what way?
I don't know, like cutting edge.
What?
It was such a weird title, and I didn't think it aptly applied to Taco Bell, but
Mhm.
that's what they said.
Yeah.
I mean, the CEO is like the Steve Jobs of fast food, CEO of Taco Bell. So, but anyway, I think it's too expensive. These drugs might play a small role, but there are so many other factors. Bar Rescue, John Taffer, he needs to just expand, his information. It's not just one thing.
Okay.
I could do his job. Hire me and I'll come in there and tell you just to quit.
Danny would be good at that job.
Yeah, I'd be realistic. Like,
He's
yeah, we
gonna
could
come
do
in-
small pool tables, or you could just close this all down and move on with your life. That's what my advice would be.
Just close.
Just, I would say just close and save all that money, and spend it on something else other than this bar you're trying to just keep afloat. It's not worth it. Sorry.
We talked a couple of weeks ago about the hubbub at the Winter Olympics where people were getting injections into their groin to be able to have, that they had hydrochloric acid injected into their manhood to get bigger flaps in their ski jumps. But it's not just in human competitions that we're seeing this type of debauchery going on, because even the 2026 Camel Beauty Show in Oman was affected.
It's been tainted.
Yes, it's been tainted because they discovered that 20 camels were disqualified after they had artificial cosmetic enhancements, including the dreaded hydrochloric acid into the lips.
No, they're still using the acid on camels?
Plumpers?
Yes,
to make them plump
lips in the camel beauty pageant. They were injecting silicone wax to artificially inflate and shape the humps.
Well, I mean, you got to pump the
hump plumping scandal.
Hump plumping, which is really hard to say. Yeah, I mean, that's just so tempting when you've got your camel, and it's a beautiful camel, but you just worry that maybe it's not beautiful enough. It's so easy just to reach for that giant industrial syringe and just fill that hump.
Yeah.
It's just too easy.
Whatever happened to like a natural, authentic, beautiful camel?
I think natural is best and the most beautiful for camels.
Yeah, those natural beauties.
What happened to about body positivity for these camels?
Yeah. My camel 2026 calendar that I have on my wall has only natural beauties. They have to be certified.
Yeah. Real naturals. That's what Danny likes.
Oh, yeah. Like all naturals. Look, they put dermal fillers into their noses.
Yeah.
To get that perfect camel nose. I mean, I understand the desire for a perfect camel nose.
Yeah. Maybe camels aren't supposed to look that good. You ever think about that?
No. I mean, I want my camels looking as good as they can, but naturally.
Naturally. Yes. God intended. Like, I don't need my camel. Like, oh my God, this camel is striking.
No hump pumping, right? Those humps are for water storage only.
That's right.
Not for silicone wax.
Yeah. Don't get hump
How does that
implants.
mess up? How does that mess up with the camel's like biology to inject a bunch of wax into it?
Well, these are show camels, Danny. I don't know how if they're like making a trip across the desert, right?
Okay, I guess. But what's the point of having a camel if you're not using it in the desert environment? Kind of seems like
beauty pageants. Yeah, maybe these camels are just then going out for stock after this.
The priorities of these people are all
breeders. Yeah,
because camels should judge the camels in their natural environment.
Yeah, they should have to like come across like just cross the Sahara, and then what do they look like?
Yeah, is their hump full of wax or water?
Yep. Maybe that's like the Camel Olympics where they judge them for their athletic achievement.
Do you think you could successfully judge camels for their beauty? Let's say that they just put you in as a judge. Do you think your
like
votes
judge on American Idol?
Do you think your votes would be similar to those who have a whole lifetime?
No, probably not. Judging? These judges, you ever watch like any of these shows? The judges are so specific.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like if you ever watch the dog show and they like go in and
best in
feel their loins and and look at their teeth.
Did you say feel their loins?
Touch their loins. Like they feel on their undercarriage.
Yeah.
Or they like check under their legs and feel around their bodies and stuff. I think a camel judge knows what they're doing.
Guys, I think I've just changed my opinion about hump pumping.
I thought you were
You
going to say
like
those
it?
natural camels
Because
versus
it says at that festival, there's usually more than $60 million of prize money.
What?
That is the most prize money I have ever heard of. I'm pumping humps and shooting up nose.
Who's paying for
serum.
this? The Camel sponsors? Camel cigarettes? Is that where they had to put their whole advertising budget?
Oh my gosh. It's a 40-day long camel festival. Pretty cool.
Mhm.
If you're into camels.
Remember Joe Camel, Tyson?
I do. How can I
Yeah.
forget?
Mm-hmm.
That camel was beautiful.
Joe Camel was.
He was very
gorgeous.
masculine.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All natural, maybe.
You think Joe won all that prize money back in the day?
Guys, okay, you want to know how bad it's gotten in the camel judging world? I know you want to know.
Yes.
In 2018, only 12 camels were disqualified for Botox injections. 2021, 40 camels were ejected for having stretched noses, whatever the heck that means. It's just a growing problem.
Yeah.
Wow. So how can you tell, though? The judges can look and be like, this one's been modified, not natural.
I don't know. I'm looking at some pictures of camels. I got to say,
I think you know a real camel from somebody that's had a lot of work done.
I think this is animal cruelty in a way.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
They need my wife, I think, as one of the judges in the competition
She can
because
spot it.
she's always like, that person's on Ozempic. That person.
Well, that's because they all watch the TikToks.
They had work done. Like her eyelashes are not real.
Because there
like,
are
how do you know?
There are TikToks that go so deep into cosmetic procedures. I wonder if that exists for camels on TikTok. Like,
and
she
had a hump job.
Yeah, that's definitely a hump pump right there.
Yeah, hyaluronic acid in the lips.
You can tell. And then they always draw the diagrams, like circle the area. You see an injection site here. I do have to say that I'm looking at these camels. Their faces are kind of cute, straight on.
Oh, okay. Good looking faces.
Yeah, but I don't know if this is an all natural camel face.
What do you say on a scale of 1 to 10, Danny? How can you rate that camel's face?
Against all other camel faces?
You shouldn't even do that. I apologize.
Yeah.
Right?
All camels are beautiful.
Yes.
So,
but yeah, my wife, she makes these observations and then it's like she keeps saying it. Like she'll say it like 5 times. I'm like, I heard you the first time you said it. But then every time they come back on the screen, she says it again. Like, no, I got it. Yeah, definitely. I think Ozempic there.
Send me your notes. Your written notes.
Yeah, that's her. Where's Waldo for when we watch a movie.
By the way, these camels have to go through X-rays. Maybe on their heads, necks, and torsos. So they're trying to combat this. Just if you were worried.
Yep. All right. Here's a study that was done on the number of deadly unprovoked shark attacks. You want to hear some facts on this?
Is it going up?
Going up. Yeah.
First of all, I have a question about this, Rob.
Yeah.
Who's provoking sharks? They always say unprovoked shark attacks. How many provoked sharks attack? Like, you're teasing a shark?
Yeah, there's probably there
probably
is people, photo op people, like
yes,
poking
okay,
sharks with their camera a little bit.
Does chumming up a shark zone to get like a shark to come in, is that considered provoked?
No,
Probably.
they like that.
That probably is.
I just need to see a definition of provoked and unprovoked.
Yeah, I think harassing the wildlife in any capacity would count as provoked. So whether it's chumming or getting too close or like,
what about eating a Slim Jim in the shallows?
Yeah, purposely seeking out. Purposely seeking out and getting close to a shark is probably provoked. So I think an unprovoked attack is probably defined by people unassumingly in a spot and getting attacked by a shark.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Just wanted to clear that up.
All right. So here are the numbers. Now, the numbers, they're not huge, but it's huge if it happens to you. Okay. 65 confirmed unprovoked shark bites globally.
Only 65?
Only 65.
I mean, only. That's
how many deaths?
Well, okay. 9 fatalities in the unprovoked encounters in 2025. but there was only 4 in 2024. So that's the 125% increase.
Wow.
So we went from 4 to 9. But I think
Mm,
big picture, I think that's still pretty good.
I think you need
8 billion people.
yeah, you actually need more years to go off to see if that increase is really a serious issue.
Yeah.
Like if we have 18 this year, then now we start
Yeah,
looking
then that's
more
something.
seriously. And then
I did a quick search of grizzly attacks, grizzly brown bear
Yeah.
attacks worldwide. How many do you think happen?
Oh,
More or
500.
less.
500.
500.
Yeah, what more?
That
less?
would be terrifying.
Okay.
Grizzly
500
attacks?
Yeah.
Grizzly attacks
in a year
in a year.
in the United States or worldwide? 10.
40 to 50.
50. Okay.
If there were 500,
I don't know.
I would never.
There's a
leave
lot
my
of people,
house.
Danny.
But how many
What about-
people survive a grizzly attack?
Yeah.
Oh, you don't want.
What about deaths from cows, Danny? How many deaths from
okay, I'll look that
cows
up.
globally?
Okay.
Yeah.
Danny would be like, you see?
Mortal enemy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Worldwide, I bet this is way more. There's a lot more cows though in
Yeah.
areas with humans.
Sure.
So remember, keep that in mind.
Mhm.
Do cows also count as bulls and stuff, or cows are?
Okay, so cows just in the United States, according to a quick search, 20 to 22 human deaths annually here in the United States.
Okay, so that's twice
What a
as
way
many
to
as
go,
sharks.
too, dude. What if you were just like Tyson lived a pretty good life and then crossed a cow? He
Yeah.
thought
Was he
cows were
provoking?
docile. He wasn't provoking. He was simply crossing the pasture shortcut and got stomped. Like, how does a cow stomp you or
It
kick
says
you or
primary
roll on you?
causes. Most fatalities result from blunt force trauma to the
Boring.
head or chest,
Hmm.
often involving bulls or mother cows with calves.
Yeah, so a bull, like, you don't want to mess around with a bull.
Yeah.
They don't even look friendly. Like you don't think
No.
They're
I'm going to
so
provoke that
aggressive looking.
bull.
Yeah,
Only matadors do that.
Mhm.
exactly.
Don't
But
do
you
it.
also don't look at a bear. I bet you there's no provoked bear attacks. No one's out there provoking
Mhm.
a grizzly bear.
Yeah.
Like throwing a rock at it.
So Australia ranks second in unprovoked bites. We had the most unprovoked attacks, but I could see more Americans, well, these are unprovoked attacks, but
Yeah.
Wait, where? Australia?
So United States had 25 unprovoked attacks. Then Australia had the second most unprovoked bites
Guess
and
what?
had the highest fatalities.
Australia also has a high cow death count.
Even their
So,
cows.
It's a dangerous country.
Yeah.
so dangerous.
You think you go to Australia and you're like, where is a safe zone? Probably around cows, because I don't want to be around kangaroos. I don't want to
No.
be around poisonous or venomous snakes. Sorry to the scientific community who's gonna get
Oh
mad
my
at me for
gosh.
saying poisonous instead of venomous.
33 fatalities a year in Australia due to cows.
Wow.
Is a quick
What are they
search.
doing?
Kobe beef. Nope. Wagyu.
Is that-
Maybe those Wagyu cows are extra
They're
aggressive.
revolting. They don't want to be
They're ornery.
waggooed.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm getting ready to hop on a plane later on tonight. I am not
Good.
flying on Southwest, but according to this article from the New York Post, Southwest is allegedly testing a plan to clean less in between flights.
Compared to how clean they are right now.
Yeah. So this is based on a memo that was received by Chris Click, who's the safety chair for Transport Workers Union Local 556, representing Southwest flight attendants. They had a since deleted video called a Titanic class service, which I don't really love the idea of calling things on ships and planes Titanic class. Okay.
Yeah, the Hindenburg service.
Yeah. So the idea is that premium passengers, like first class Titanic guests with luxury, and then the economy passengers are treated more like below deck. Like, remember when Jack on the Titanic, Leonardo DiCaprio, remember how it was? He was like in steerage, but they had fun. They
They were having
danced
so
and they
much fun.
And he's like, Fabrizio was like, I can see the Statue of Liberty already. They had the best time, and they went up to first class. It was very stuffy,
Dour.
but it was nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to be like that in the back of a Southwest airplane. I can guarantee. There's not going to be jig
So they said that
dancing.
cleaners would board the aircraft during quick turnarounds to sanitize and wipe down only the nicest seats in the front. And then the economy seats, they would not sanitize or get a deep cleaning.
Oh my gosh, they're encouraging class warfare.
Class
on the
warfare.
on the airplanes. We already have to walk past, not so much anymore, but you used to have to walk past all the first class people.
Mm-hmm.
And now you're walking past all these shiny, sparkling seats back to the dingy, poorly lit section of the airplane that's still got like vomit and diarrhea everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like this.
mean,
I don't even think it's true.
I
mean, I believe that the idea was floated, but now that it's out there, I don't think it can happen because what if somebody gets really sick? Then they can blame it on the airline.
Also, I bet there are standards built into the laws of commercial flying that would not allow you to just be like, nah, not those seats. I bet you that there's some kind of requirement, a bare minimum.
Yeah.
That they were already just doing the bare minimum anyway.
I just think that there are no rules with so many things. And the only way to get the companies to follow the rules is the Tyson idea of that they have to be shamed into like that somebody like, okay, I'm sitting in this seat. I think a baby just had diarrhea all over this chair. And this is where I have, and then that goes viral. And then the CEO of Southwest has to like sit in a chair and be like, here I am in a Southwest. This is how clean the planes are. Look at me. And the product is good. Trust me.
Yeah, the McDonald's burger effect.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like CEO self-flagellation. But what if their goal is to just start selling seat covers? So you buy your Southwest ticket for $15. We'll give you a seat cover.
A paper seat to sit on.
Yeah, a paper seat like a toilet seat. And you can wrap your entire seat in it. That's a $10 upgrade. And then $40 if you want to put your baggage directly above you. Otherwise, it's strapped to the wing. I mean, they're just looking for every and any way they can nickel and dime you.
Okay, so I got a couple inventions.
Yeah.
One is your own seat cover that you can wash and maintain, and it packs up into a teeny tiny thing.
That's not bad.
So you pop it open, put it over.
You have a hoodie that converts to a seat cover.
Sure, you can do that, or you can just have a pocketable one that just like goes in your luggage that's super squished down because it's super thin fabric, goes over the whole thing like a Tyvek or something.
And it'll bring like a tarp.
Seat condom.
But it goes over perfectly like a seat cover in a car. The other is a super tall hat that also is you can pack stuff in. It's a day bag
like
hat.
A Dr. Seuss type hat.
Yeah,
that I put all my stuff in.
Yeah, there's layers in it. You zip them off and on, so you can zip on more layers.
Yeah, because they do be like, how many items do you have? And it's like, I have my carry-on, and then I have a bag that has a sandwich in it. Like, well, you got to put that in the bag.
So this is it. This is it. It's an upside down pyramid hat that zips off. And has handles on and then you can put it after you get on the flight.
Oh, an upside down pyramid hat.
Yeah, so it starts at the base low, and then it goes out, so it has a ton of carrying space inside. And then you just walk on with this absurd hat, and then unzip it away from your real hat, and it is just actually a handbag, a big bag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the idea of a seat cover that you bring yourself. I would be totally for that.
Yeah, I think that's the idea.
Yeah, because the seats already look so gross sometimes. Just to put something in between me and that.
Well, what's the issue? Is it the seat? Is it the floor, or is it the tray?
Oh, the floor is gross.
The seat is the floor is gross, but you got your shoes on.
You should.
The tray is gross, but you can avoid touching that or wipe it down. The seat is the most difficult thing to keep clean or to wipe down. And like, I've been on planes where I'm sure people have pissed themselves in the seats. Like, I think that is not a sanitary surface.
No. I also am all for a plexiglass barrier to keep me from the vapor next to me. Like a collapsible plexiglass that I can put between us.
Yeah. I was part of the problem on the.
You pissed the seat?
No. So I drink the AG1, especially in the morning, especially when I travel. I try not. This is not a commercial right now.
Okay.
But it has like I have like in a shaker bottle, and I almost was finishing it. And then I was kind of like, I didn't have my wits about me, and I didn't have the cover on it. And I was like talking to my wife, and I gestured, and I knocked the shaker bottle without the cap on it, like into the wall. And I spilt the remaining green juice like all down the wall of the plane. And I was just like, oh my God, I'm part of the problem. This is a disaster.
But did you try to wipe it down?
I tried as hard as I could.
That's good.
It's not blood. It's not.
The flight attendant was like, no, don't worry. The cleaning crew will come.
The cleaning crew gets to this part of the plane every 6 months. You're fine.
Yeah. I was more worried about the carpet.
Yeah.
They're like, the carpet is like, it's like casino carpet. It's like dark with like complicated patterns. Like they went to Dan Flash's. Yeah. And don't worry about it. Nobody will be able to ever tell that there's a stain on it.
You think they paid a premium for that extra?
It's very complicated pattern.
So complicated. And it's more expensive the more complicated it is. So
no, I know.
You know that's nice carpet if it's highly complicated.
Yeah. I know.
Oh, all right. That's gross, Rob. You know what? The guy who sat
it
in
wasn't
that
that
seat,
much, but it was the bottom of it.
So all the
most
heavy
potent
material. Yeah.
So United Airlines now they're going the other way because they're dropping the hammer on people because they're saying that they are going to kick passengers off flights for not using headphones.
I like this.
Mm-hmm.
Does this happen a lot on flights where people are not wearing headphones?
Oh yeah,
happened more, and they do now. A lot of airlines come on and are like, "Hey, use headphones. You have to use headphones."
Yeah.
Like they do tell you to use headphones now. They used to not do that,
well,
but now
you know what the thing is that so many for the longest time the phones and the iPads they used to all have like the headphone jack. And now almost none of them do. It's all like that they need to be like giving you out dongles on the flight. Like United should have like, you need a lightning or a USB-C adapter.
No, it's a three-way dongle. Do you need
three-way dongle? Yeah.
Here's your dongle.
You need a dongle.
Would be so much better than the crappy headphones they give out. Give out dongles, not headphones.
Yeah.
That's movement for me.
Mm-hmm. My head was going to explode on another flight I took a couple of months ago when my son decided he needed to watch Stranger Things on the plane, but he didn't have headphones. And so my wife took him to the Hudson News where they spent the low price of, I don't know,
college
$20 and $25 for headphones. And my head was already ready to explode. And they got on the plane only to find out that my wife doesn't look at like what does the phone actually require. And so he had the 3.5 millimeter jack and a phone that had a lightning port. It's not working. I can't watch my show.
This is the world we live in.
And I said, you people, I fly all the time. I don't have any of these problems. You're spending money left and right of my wife. I like not to get on a soapbox here. I travel with I mentioned my water bottle. And then I was like, okay, here's the thing where we could fill up our water bottles. My wife is like, I don't drink that water.
Yeah, buy me a
$7 bottled water. I don't like how this tastes.
And it's Dasani. It's not even a nice one.
What the hell?
Fiji.
It's bottled in like an industrial complex out of a faucet.
Like if I'm ever buying a bottled water, it's under heavy duress. But everybody else in my family is like, oh, is that a $8 bottled water I see? Can
Two
I
of
have
them,
it?
please?
Yeah,
I'm gonna drink part of it
actually,
and then leave
we'll take 3. We're thirsty.
Yeah. Well, now they're going to demand that any squabbles or arguing between spouses be done in the spousal argument unit. That would be nice if they had that on the plane.
Okay, so
is that extra?
It is, of course. That's a $15. That's $15 per argument.
At what point are they kicking you off the flight?
For what?
not using the headphones? Are you mid-flight? They're
calling in the air marshal.
Yeah. Are you banned from United forever for like, oh yeah, I didn't have my headphones?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Problem with rules is they need to be enforced to have any power. And
Mhm.
so you have to decide we're all in on this or we're not at all.
Because if you're not all in, like, then it's not going to work.
Nobody cares.
And they can't be all in because you can't turn a flight around for that.
Yeah, you're like, I'm already paying $2,000 for a 3-hour flight.
Yeah.
Like, I'll listen at full volume.
I'd be like, this man can have my headphones, please.
Yeah.
Take my AirPods.
Yeah,
Don't
that's
turn the
true.
plane around.
Please don't.
Oh,
Please. Okay.
yes.
All right, and then I got one more. This is about a golf cart driver arrested for DUI after his wife fell out of the golf cart.
On a golf course?
Fell or jumped.
So let me see. It seems like that this is maybe one of these situations where you're driving around a community more so than at a golf course.
What a
And
cool
yeah,
community.
he's so drunk that his wife fell out.
I was in a
she
community
drunk?
like that.
I'm not sure if she was drunk. That I guess his wife might have been drunk also. And so yeah, they were partying at the club since noon.
Yeah, it makes it easy to fall out if the driver is drunk and you yourself are drunk.
Yeah.
And it's noon.
And
That's
it's
always a
noon.
bad sign.
And it's noon, you know. If you drove somewhere in your golf cart and you're drunk, you know, there's many local kids that would be happy to drive the golf cart.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Right.
They would be thrilled.
Yeah, I think, and that's why you have literally people have the golf carts so they can drive drunk. I'm not saying that's what I don't need. I think that's probably against the law, but also kids can drive them. Like you skirt a lot of laws because but it's only in those communities. Like people here in Arizona drive them on the road all the time. And like, that's not even legal to drive them on the roads like that, but in a private community, you can.
As we emerged from COVID, it was absolute bedlam on the roads here. Like everyone was driving anything they could find. There were no rules.
Yeah.
If it could go faster than 2 or 3 miles an hour, kids had it out on the road. You would see a golf cart coming down the road. There'd be like 10 kids hanging off of it.
Yeah.
Absolutely just madness. And they've reined it in. I think they're like, no, we've had enough. This is absolutely out of control.
Shut it down. Yeah. Do you need a special golf cart license? Like if you get a DUI in a golf cart, do they take away your regular driver's license?
Yeah.
If you're on the road, probably.
I think so.
Okay.
Maybe if it's not an HOA fine or something, but if it's a real like police officer under a city jurisdiction, I'm assuming yes.
Yeah.
Check your local laws before you just drive around.
Listen to us.
Listen to us. Yeah.
Or
don't listen to us. I'm saying look at your local laws. Don't take our word for it. Because our disclaimer was not strong enough when Danny said, or listen to us.
Come on, Danny.
But I mean, we're putting out some decent advice. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
You should listen to us when it comes to camel enhancements, right?
Yeah.
Don't do them.
Don't do them.
What if you're drunk and you're on a camel?
Oh no, you haven't.
And your wife falls off.
Because that camel's in control.
Yeah, the camel's in control.
Yeah.
If you pumped up the hump, you've got extra like you're really in there between the humps. Because I'm assuming you always ride between the two humps.
Not all camels have two humps.
Oh, well then you're in hump.
There's the dromedary camel and the other kind.
Yeah.
Well, I only have cartoon camel in my mind.
Okay. Right. But these camels that are in these beauty pageant camels, are they even like the good camels that like know where they're going?
That you can like trek across the desert on?
If I was in like a Fast and Furious situation, and I ran outside and they had all these camels tethered up, I would avoid the show camels. I'd grab a nice hardened.
If I need to get across the desert, I'm getting on the ugliest camel I can find.
Oh, absolutely. He's had a hard life out in the desert. You don't want a prissy camel that's just like, I don't want to go out there. You want a hardened, disfigured camel.
You know how hot it is? Like,
ew.
Yeah. Okay. Danny, are you ready to take us to your bolt hole? Okay, here we go. Danny Bryson's world famous, never artificially inflated bolt hole. Oh, hold on.
Oh.
Welcome to my bolt hole. I think you're gonna like it. I think you're gonna feel you belong.
Yeah.
Like so many people, as I go day to day, I have all sorts of crazy theories about how the world works and
Yeah.
why certain things happen. Obviously, we give a lot of these theories here on this podcast.
Try to.
But one thing I've always thought was happening, but I had no hard proof. I always imagined that when I exercise, when I go running, that my running pace syncs up to the music that I'm listening to.
Hmm.
But when I start to pay attention, I wonder, is that only happening because now that I'm thinking about it, I'm falling into step with the beat? And finally, someone has taken the time and the money to do some research. And it turns out that my run is actually syncing up to the tempo of the song.
Yeah.
And that this is pretty common among people who run.
Yes.
And it's also a technique you can use. There was
So-
this article. Okay, go ahead.
When I take a class, and I like to go on the treadmill to do
Mhm.
running, and I've taken some of these like Peloton classes. I thought the instructor, maybe it's a little bit more with the bike. I feel like that they say like, oh, this song is 122 beats per minute. This song is 97 beats per minute.
Well, Robbie, you've landed on something here that this research found, and it found that 120 to 160 is the range you want to be in.
Yeah.
For running and probably cycling. It also says rowing as well.
Can I get a playlist of 120
Yeah,
to 160?
And
There are-
swimming.
So you can, they actually recommend that you go out, and if you are interested in setting up a playlist that meets your activity, finding out what the beats per minute are, because this article and a bunch that came out around the same time are all about the benefits of music. Tyson, you don't listen to music when you ride, or do you?
I do sometimes, but I didn't really love it. But I would count in my head over and over, or sing songs in my head over and over for that same beat. Like
Okay, so singing a
riding,
song in your head, yeah.
I would count tempo. So going uphill, I would 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4 for pedals. Or I would do up to 100. Just depended on, like, I would just naturally let my brain do whatever it would do, but it would do one of those two things. Swimming, when I was a distance swimmer, I would sing usually Black Dog by Led Zeppelin in my head as I'm swimming the mile.
When I'm not listening to music, the song that pops into my head, or used to a lot, was What's Love Got to Do with It by Tina Turner. I can't explain. Maybe I should find out what the beats per minute are. Maybe that's like an ideal BPM for me. But honestly, I don't even know why, but that song would come into my head. Maybe because I was such a big fan of Beyond Thunderdome. But this article basically says that music can really help your exercise. It can help determine your mood, your pace. It can reduce the amount of pain you feel while you're exercising. They also say that some people don't need it, and that can also be something you can use as a tool to help you work out more. I'm a music guy. I think the music helps. Eventually, I always reach a point where it's just, I can't do any more music.
Yeah.
I need a couple days without it. But now I've got the science to back it up that yes, I am in fact falling into pace with my music, because on a subconscious level, that's just what I want to do.
Yeah, I am a reluctant music guy when I do exercise. I much prefer listening to podcasts, but the music works a lot better.
Yeah, people always ask
like
me.
more music.
People are always like, "Oh, do you listen to books on your long runs or podcasts?" I try, but they require attention. Whereas music is something that happens kind of in, right there on the edge of what you have to do attention wise. And so it's much easier to do for me.
Yeah. So, all right, Danny, did they highlight any songs in particular?
Mostly they talk about beats per minute. So 120 to 160 will keep you moving. So that's kind of the range you want to be in. And what style they do talk about, like some activities do require maybe heavier music. Some require they don't suggest using like super fast music for long endurance workouts.
Yeah, I think
Like,
the
welcome to
tempo
my
you want to
vocal.
hit.
Yeah, exactly. Something that you can maintain. So
Mhm.
keep that in mind as you create the ultimate workout playlist.
Well, so what should sprinters use? What's the fastest beats per
Probably
minute?
something like 160. That's probably
Or
at the higher end or higher. Do songs
maybe
even
higher.
come?
There's probably
higher?
songs that are higher.
So, all right, 120
Slayer.
beats per minute. Is that the ideal?
120 to
think
160.
Yeah, that's the bottom. 120 to 160.
Okay. Let me see. What's ideal songs for 120 to 160 beats per minute for running? Okay. Let's see. All right. So we've got Blinding Lights by The Weeknd. Okay.
Okay.
Do, 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 do.
Yeah. Yep.
Often remixed lower. So okay, be careful with that. Hey Ya by Outkast.
Yeah.
Guys, guess
Shake
what?
It Like a Polaroid Picture.
Guess what love's got to do with it? Guess what the tempo is?
Slow.
What?
Way off. I was
Way
way
off.
off. It's 98. So what am I doing?
What is Black Dog? Did I just
Oh.
naturally get it in high school?
Let me see.
Yeah. Let's see.
Black Dog. Oh, that's also slow, Tyson. 82 to 84.
Wow. That was what I was doing for distance freestyle swimming, a 500 yard or a mile.
Yeah, we're doing distance. Both of us are doing distance.
Yeah.
So maybe that's more appropriate.
Yeah. Okay. Shake It Off by Taylor Swift is 160.
Wow. That's too fast. I can already tell that's too fast. If I'm singing it in my head and trying to run a distance, that's too fast.
Yeah.
So
I'll print out this list.
intuitively.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's talk about what is our thumbnail going to be for this episode.
Gotta have camels.
Gotta
Oh,
have
yeah,
camels.
lots
Hot
of
gorgeous camels.
Gorgeous
No,
camels.
No, hot camels. We
Hot
want the
camels.
hottest camels we can find.
All right.
Most
So we need
beautiful
also
camels.
then Luigi Mangione.
Yep. Dressed as Luigi from Mario
Okay.
Brothers.
Luigi
Hot
Mangione
camels at a bar
dressed
eating.
as Luigi from Mario Brothers.
Mm-hmm.
Is he a judge in the
Yeah, he's a
camel
judge.
beauty pageant?
Judging beautiful camels.
Judging a,
Yeah.
beautiful camel beauty pageant.
While sharks and grizzly bears fight in the background.
With a cow.
Sharks.
Yeah, with the cow waiting.
While a
on
cow
him.
attacks a shark and a grizzly bear.
Fight.
You want the cow. You want the cow attacking.
A grizzly
shark
bear
and
would
grizzly bear.
love for a cow to get up the
Yeah,
balls
get
to come
close.
fight. He's like, yeah, come
Oh,
on,
yeah.
come fight me.
Get in there.
Delicious.
Okay. All right. Let's see how this all goes. Okay. All right, Danny, what's coming up for you?
Hopefully an episode will be coming out in the next week or so. It's been a while. I haven't really been helping out. I know Tyson's just been waiting.
Oh, I subscribed to your channel.
It's like, dude. And then other than that, it's going basically winter's over. This next week's going to be so warm that a number of people I know have just given up skiing. They're like, nope, we're done for the year. Time to take out the bikes.
Oh, not for life. I thought you.
Yeah, just for the season.
Okay.
I actually went out on my skis the other day and then just ended up walking back to my car. There was no snow. So yeah, I've got that video coming out and hopefully some other stuff. What about you, Tyson?
Survivor podcast coming out this week at The Pod Has Spoken. A big uptick this season in listeners, which we're grateful for. And spring break at the end of the week. So we start. Kids are off school, half day Friday, and then trying to show them the world, going to New York City.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exciting.
How about you, Rob?
Yeah, I'm headed off to the City of Angels for the live show coming up for a busy week. And then be back here talking about everything from episode 3 of Survivor 50.
Nice.
It's all happening.
All right, it's all happening. Tyson, let's take a look at this. Okay. All right.
He looks happy. He looks
I'm
happy.
happy, but I'm
does
not
look happy.
elated. Okay.
Not elated.
All right. Here we go.
Oh, it could have been so much better.
Yeah. Okay. A little bit of a menagerie over here.
Ooh. Those are gorgeous camels. I will
Some of
say
the
that.
finest camels. Look at those humps.
Everything else seems
How
weird.
hard is it, AI, to battle between cows, sharks, and bears? Like that to me just should come naturally.
Yeah.
Yep. Either of these
That
strike
one,
your
no,
fancy a
that
little
one-
bit more?
The other one's way better.
Way
Yeah.
better. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Picture frame though. Why is there a picture frame back there?
You never know. AI takes some creative liberties.
yeah,
which
well,
is
let's see.
The Ghost in
Is
the
it
Machine.
because it's beautiful?
maybe
I don't know. Beauty
doesn't make sense
pageant.
to us.
Maybe they're saying Luigi Mangione was framed.
Mm,
That could
That's
be
deep
a
for the
little,
AI.
yes. Yeah, that's a
little
metaphor.
Easter egg.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much for joining us here for News AF. We'll be back again next week. Take care, everybody. Have a good one. Bye.
We did it, guys.
This is RHAP. We know reality TV.